Well, welcome back, Pipers, to the Bass Piper channel. Hey guys, I wasn't planning on doing another video today, but I got looking around at some of the videos and I had forgotten that there are so many GAWs going on. I'm not keeping up well with them, but I wanted to get in on this one that I saw Blue Line Piper doing for Flat Cap Piper and Lady Fire for their 1,000 sub GAW. Let me say congratulations, guys, and should I say guy and gal? And you guys make a fantastic team, and love your channel, brother and sister of the Briar. And y'all are doing good. And man, I remember when you started, and now busting over 1,000 subs. That's a great accomplishment. And so I hope to be there one day with you, and a lot of us will, and hope to be there with you one day. But you asked some questions that I wanted to go ahead and answer tonight because the rest of my week might be getting a little busy. I got the GAW on Saturday, so between now and then it might get a little busy for me this week, so I want to go ahead and knock this one out at least. But the first question you asked for your GAW is, how did you choose your YouTube name? Well, that was kind of easy. I have been singing since I was, as they say, knee-high to a grasshopper. And I've been in Southern gospel music for many, many, many years. I started in it when I was about 13, 14 years old, and as my voice changed and all of that type of thing, and as the years went on singing, I started singing bass in the church choirs and special music functions at the church, and it just kind of went from there. So I ended up singing bass for Southern gospel groups, and the group that I managed and owned as well, I was a bass singer. And so that's how I come around with Bass Piper. And I know it gets always confused with Bass Piper because both words are spelt the same way, but it's bass, not bass. And so that's how I come up with my name, Bass Piper. Somebody a while back said you should have named yourself Rockin' Chair Piper because I like to rock. I've been rocking since I come out of my mother's womb, they said. But I love a rocking chair. I didn't wait to get old to start rocking. But I've always loved a rocking chair. I can rock all day long, man. But anyway, I ended up with Bass Piper just because I sing bass and in groups and things of that nature. Where are you from? Well, I was originally born in Newport News, Virginia, and grew up in Hampton, Virginia, most of all of my life. Now, Newport News and Hampton is only like a mile from each other. I mean, they're just two cities next door to each other. But I now, for the last 23 years, have resided over in Smithfield, Virginia, which is probably about 14 miles from where I grew up in Hampton. So I'm in the Tidewater, Virginia area. And so if you don't know where Smithfield is, we are home of the Smithfield hams and Gwaltney hams. In fact, you know, before we sold out to the Chinese, we did all of that stuff here, and they still do. They're just owned by China now. Imagine that. So this is where I'm located in Smithfield. So if you're familiar with Norfolk, Virginia Beach, those key areas, Williamsburg, Virginia, I'm about 30 minutes from Williamsburg and about 35 minutes from Norfolk. So we're kind of centrally located in the Tidewater area. The other question is, how long you been smoking a pipe? Well, mine kind of got divided up. I actually started when I was about 19, 20 years old, but I only smoked maybe 4 bowls and gave it up. I was like so many of y'all, you know, I didn't know what I was doing half the time, and it just kind of got, at that age, old real quick. It was cool for a few seconds, and then I just put it away. And I didn't pick it back up until 3 years ago. So about 56, 57 years old, I started picking back up and collecting really pipes and started getting into more smoking of the pipe. I'm not an avid smoker. I don't smoke every day. And I probably smoke maybe 5 or 6 times a month, if that. And so I'm really not a big pipe smoker. I love pipes. I love tobaccos. I love collecting, but I'm just not a big smoker. And mainly probably because of most of the years, a lot of the years, I was in ministry and singing or either preaching at churches that looked kind of down and frowned on preachers smoking anything. And as you know, I'm trying out for a church, most of y'all know, and I don't know how lenient they're going to be on this as well. But I just don't smoke that much. I'm more of a collector. I enjoy the smoking, but I just choose not to. Moderation is more my key, and probably a lot more moderation than most. But mainly because of, excuse me, got a fur ball. Mainly because of the ministry part of it. It's that fine line, guys, with some churches. I know everybody's got their belly button opinion on everything, and I know the scriptures and have read them and all of that, but you still got to deal with people at the church. And sometimes they look down on, they can smoke cigars and pipes and cigarettes and whatever, but now, preacher, you can't because you're the preacher. So you know how that can work sometimes, those of y'all that are churchgoers. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I mean, if it was good enough for Charles Spurgeon, who is the prince of preachers, to smoke a cigar, then a pipe should be good enough for me. And at my age right now, I'm just going to do what I feel the Lord's going to have me to do, and that's just the way it's going to be. I'm not chasing rainbows anymore in my 20s and 30s. Now that I turned 60 in this coming July, and most of my stuff is paid off. I don't have to answer as good to others like I used to. I'm not held bondage, and I don't mean that ugly, guys. Just kind of know what I'm saying. And smoking's not going to take us to hell. It may take us to heaven if we smoke cigarettes a little quicker, but I think we'll be okay with pipes and cigars overall. But anyway, that's how long I've been smoking a pipe, about 3 years, to answer your question. What do we look forward to in the hobby? I look forward to trying to get to that Chicago pipe show. I tried about 3 years ago. We were going, and something happened. We couldn't go. In fact, I know what happened. We had the reservations made at I think it was Pheasant Run is where they had it, and had all that stuff ready to go. And then things went south with my job. And so we had to cancel everything. And then last year, so they've canceled because of the virus and all of that kind of thing. Now I think they have changed hotels now. They're not doing it at the Pheasant Run, I think is what they call it. I think they tore that down or sold it or did something. So it's still in Chicago, and I hope to get there one day. I don't know how it's going to play out this year, but maybe next year I can shoot for that. I don't think I'll be able to go this year. I'm hoping I can at least make it back to the Richmond show this year. And the Raleigh, if Raleigh has one, I think they've got one in the Triangle area. So I might try to hit that one for the first time this year and get back to Richmond again this year. And then maybe next year, me and Miss Bass Piper, Sweet Tater, can get out there to the Chicago one. And really, to be honest with you guys, until this COVID mess is over, I don't really want to have to fly if I don't have to. And driving to Chicago from Virginia is a little bit of a haul, where flying's only 2 hours. But I don't want to risk it with breathing in all that insulated air that we all got to breathe each other's air in those airplanes. I'm not too fancy on that. And I haven't got my vaccines yet. I'm holding out on those. I'm waiting for seeing how many people drop dead with it before I venture out to go get it. And I know a lot of people have gotten it, but I know a lot of people have had a lot of problems with it. So with me taking care of my elderly folks, I got to be able to stay around here. I don't want to risk it. I'd rather take my chances with trying to dodge the bullet than take something and drop in the floor with it with a vaccine. So I want to make sure that thing is out good and clear, and we've got a good stat on that one before I venture out. But anyway, um, that's what I'm looking forward to in the hobby. Last question is, what other types of videos do you watch besides pipes? Um, Besides pipe videos, of course, I watch a lot of Southern gospel music videos. I watch preaching videos, things of that nature. I'll every now and again dabble with some fishing videos, things like that. But mainly pipes, the YTPC, and a lot of the music, Southern gospel music, quartet music, stuff like that. I enjoy, and of course the preaching as well. So I hope that answers y'all's questions, guys, and gets me in your GAW. And again, guys, thank you so much for being out there and your channel, what it means to everybody. You're doing a super job, and I think you're all over 1,000 subs now. And so y'all are doing fantastic. Keep up the good work. And Bass Piper is going to always be watching your channel. I may not always comment, but I always do a like, and when I can, and always do a like, but I don't always comment on everybody's stuff. But y'all are doing fantastic, and keep up the good work. I'm liking those tobacco reviews as well, and you guys keep putting out the stuff. You'll be to 1,500 before you know it. So you guys take care, and we'll talk with you all later. Bye bye.